It's a pleasure to be able to talk to you from Washington. I regret that I'm not with this fine Kotler Marketing Forum and with our sponsor, New Marketing, and with this audience of entrepreneurs and students and all people interested in marketing. I'm especially sorry I can't be here because this is a big year for marketing. The government has clearly announced a policy of increasing domestic consumption to offset decline in external export demand. So the real challenge for China's economic development and the economy now is whether the domestic consumption can grow fast enough and to a significant enough degree to make up and use the manufacturing capacity and employment that we've lost from the export sector. Some people feel that we have only to wait for a global recovery to restart the export engine, but very good minds like Stephen Roach and many others have suggested with good data that the global recovery is not going to return China to any previous levels of export demand. So Roach and others, and many in the Chinese leadership, are very committed to a policy and course of increasing domestic consumption. This consumption has to be significant because there's a lot of unused manufacturing capacity and employment. So we're talking about significant consumption growth. We call that consumerism. So far, consumption growth has been modest in China, and we have to face certain issues to get consumption to increase substantially. The government has instituted a twofold fiscal policy to encourage consumption. On the one hand, there are direct incentives to consumers to buy. These take many forms of rebates and subsidies and many other devices to both consumers and retailers to advance spending. The other fiscal policy course is to strengthen China's safety net so that a cultural habit of deep savings can be reversed to a reasonable degree and release some great portion of that savings into the consumer market. But my point in this being a year of marketing is simply this. It takes more than fiscal policy to reverse a culture and history of savings into a new culture of spending. This is a cultural shift of tremendous issue. Chinese people have been very reasonable to build savings because of the tremendous history of upheaval, of troubles, and so all families want to have savings to protect them from troubled times ahead. This is deeply ingrained in the Chinese culture. So any reversal from a habit of saving to a practice of spending is really a countercultural trend. And this countercultural trend has to be led by the imperatives and investments of companies in marketing. It is marketing that is the horse that pulls the cart of fiscal policies to reduce savings rates and achieve consumer spending.